What's going on, guys? I'm a teacher in the house, and I'm here with the ADL RUBL Draft Tournament Round 1 Series. Your Royal Bomber for Bombies are taking on the San Jose Farfetch'd and Coach King Farfetch'd in an epic Week 1 match. So, let's look at his team to start off with, and then I'll break you through down my team. So, he's got Malouetta, pretty solid, specially offensive mon. Does get access to a Relic Song, so it can switch forms between Malouetta Aria, which is the one on screen, and Malouetta Pirouette. So, it could be either normal psychic, normal fighting. Pretty good special attack stat, decent enough mon. Can be a little slow though, does get outsped by a couple of my team. So, does have that going for it. However, its partner next to it in Rabombi, of course, a Pokemon that I love and very dear to me, does get Sticky Webs, of course. Typically a Sash lead set, runs like Sticky Webs, Quiver Dance, Bug Move, Fairy Move, typically. Can run coverage if it needs to. I do have a few quad weaknesses on my team, so he might run like Hidden Power Fire for a Bomber Snow or something like that, Hidden Power Fire for Alolan Sandslash. So yeah, could definitely run things like that. He has a Persimmon, of course, Choice Scarf user with Defiant, so if I try to defog away anything, I can get a +2 attack boost, which sucks for me, of course. Does get things like Knockoff, gets Gong Shot, gets obviously Close Combat, does get U-Turn to pivot out if it's in a rough matchup. Definitely a problem for my team, but something I have good answers for. Next up, Ludicolo, of course, best served on a rain team. There's no rain setter on this other than Ludicolo, and also the next Pokemon that does also get Rain Dance. But yeah, he's pretty much Rain Dance and setup, and that's pretty much it. Does get Swift Swim, does also get Rain Dish if he wants to be a bulky utility mon. Could run that if he wanted to. But yeah, most likely he's going to try and run a Rain Sweeper because I have Hail on my team, so he might use it to try and cuck my Hail turns, which does make a lot of sense. Next up, he has his Rotom Fan that he drafted, which we've definitely memed on him a little bit for. Electric Flying type with Levitate makes no sense whatsoever. Can hit pretty hard though, does get things like Discharge, does get Air Slash. Can hit pretty hard. Can also be Trick. It is also his Z-move user, which is worth noting. And last but by no means least, his Mega is Mega Absol. Pretty fast, decent Dark type, does get Magic Bounce of course to bounce my hazards away. Which does actually play a feature in Game 1. But yeah. Pretty strong. Does get outsped by Max Speed Whimsicott, however, and does get one-shot by a Moonblast. It is quite frail. Does hit pretty hard, though. Pretty decent ability. So yeah. We'll see how well he does, but let's break down my team, shall we? So, let me just move my showdown to the right screen. So, first up on the team is going to be my Zydogo. Zydogo, of course, running Sash this week, this game in particular. Sash is there just because in case something tries to Hidden Power Ice me or tries to one-shot me, I could guarantee set up a Dragon Dance. Things like Outrage does hit his team incredibly hard, except for Rabombi, of course. E-Speed, of course, picks off things especially easily. 1,000 Arrows hits the Rotom Wash. Outrage, of course, hits just about everything else. So at +1, I outspeed his entire team, barring Scarfers, so that's something to bear in mind. But I do hit really hard, so long as I don't have Hail up when I send Zydogo in, I guarantee live any hit, and I do break through his team. That's pretty much Zydogo's job this week, is to break down the team. Next up on the team is Darmanitan, running Choice Scarf, Physical Scarf, that is. I could run Zen Mode. I did consider Zen Mode for the memes in this game, but this set's just that much better. With Jolly, Max Speed, and Choice Scarf, I outspeed Rabombi. I also outspeed Choice Scarf Persimmon, which is worth noting. So, I do hit incredibly hard. Flare Blitz nukes his team. He doesn't really have anything that wants to take it. Superpower is mostly there for Absol, but it can hit things like the Ludicolo and the Persimmon for neutral damage. U-turn just to pivot out and break the potential Sash on Rabombi, and Stone Edge one-shots Rabombi after the Sash is broken. It also kills Rotom Fan, so a pretty solid move in general. Does also hit the Malouetta pretty hard, which I otherwise only hit really that well with Flare Blitz or U-turn, so yeah. Definitely worth knowing. Darmanitan's just going to be a breaker this week, hopefully to nuke some of his team, and pave the way for Zydogo to come in and sweep. But yeah. Next up is going to be Whimsicott. Gonna be running Fairy Z Prankster. This is of course Subseed set. Running Max Speed and Timid, which will outspeed the Mega Absol, and will one-shot with Moonblast. Defog's just there in case he does get up webs and I can't get rid of him in any other way. Prankster Defog always has priority, of course. Sub-Leech Seed, pretty standard on more defensive Whimsicott sets, but I didn't really need any other offensive move this week other than Moonblast. Moonblast kills Persimmon, it also kills the Absol, does a number on Meloetta if he turns it into Periac form, and just generally hits a lot of his team really hard. So Whimsicott can break on the special side, whereas Darmanitan breaks on the physical side, which is definitely 100% worth it for my team. It's always worth having mix, which means if he does run any form of bulk, he won't be able to actually beat me that easily. Next up is going to be Mega Abomasnow, running a fairly standard set, except for the last move, obviously. Obviously, Mega Abomasnow has Snow Warning, which is the same as its regular form. Blizzard is 100% accurate in Snow. Giga Drain, of course, is there for general stab damage. Doesn't hit that much of his team, but it hits the majority of his team for at least neutral damage. Ice Shard is there for Rotom Fan, also there to pick off weakened targets. And Focus Blast is mostly there for Absol, but does also hit things like the Meloetta and the Persimmon relatively well, if, of course, I hit it. Next up is going to be my Hell Sweeper, effectively, although just kidding, because I didn't really run it as a sweeper. We're running Assault Vest, Alolan Sandslash with Slush Rush. This basically means that I live like Hidden Power Fires or Hidden Power Fightings pretty comfortably. With Rabombi running potential Hidden Power Fire, I live it, and then if the Sash is broken, which it should do if it's been in Hail or it's taken a U-turn, Iron Head will one-shot it. Knock Off to get rid of items, Leech Life mostly for Ludicolo, and Icicle Crash for general stab, also absolutely ruins the Rotom Fan. And last but by no means least, of course, is my Caracosta, running standard White Herb Shell Smash. This will allow me with my speed investment to outspeed the majority of his team, and anything I don't outspeed still I can just kill with Aqua Jet. Stone Edge hits Rabombi, of course, hits the Rotom Fan, Knock Off just to get rid of items, and that's pretty much the expected team that you should see against me. At the time when we actually did the battle, we didn't realise we could change our team midway through the battles, so this was actually my team for both games that we played. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back real soon when we have the replays for you. So, see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, we are back here with the replays. So as you can see here, my opponent decides to lead off with Rabombi, which immediately makes me think of Sash lead. So I immediately start to click U-turn here into my Alolan Sandslash as he does see webs. At this point he went for Pollen Puff, which was strange to me, so I just get a free kill with Iron Head. This was a misplay from my opponent, he's not sure what he went for here, as he now goes into Absol. Now at this point I'm not sure what he has, so I do see the Flamethrower, which was kind of cool. This is not really something you see often on Mega Absol. You see it special, typically it's a very good physical attacker. Not so great special, but he brought a cool little tech there to kill my Alolan Sandslash, which is fine. I actually misplay here by bringing in my Caracosta. I should have brought in Whimsicott first time round, so I accidentally lost my Mental Home. But as I see the Hidden Power come out, I can definitely confirm that this thing is special at this point. So I go for Leech Seed here, forgetting that Magic Bounce was a thing, so I accidentally sack off my Whimsicott, so this is not looking too good for me. However, Zydoggo can come in here, as I know he's special, pretty comfortably, and I get a free Dragon Dance to mitigate the Sticky Web damage, and at this point Outrage just kills Meloetta, because Meloetta has no physical bulk. And we do see Persimmon, which does come into close combat, which puts me down to my Sash, which is 100% worth it, because now this Outrage kills Persimmon. So now, all of a sudden, my Zydoggo has put me in a favourable position. So, we do see the confusion, put the Absol right the way down, thanks to Extreme Speed at +1 does a lot, and now I could go into my Abomasnow for free here. So I Mega Evolve and click Ice Shard, and this Absol goes down. So he has 2 Pokemon left. Here comes the Rotom Fan. Not sure why he brought this thing in. Air Slash does do a lot, but Blizzard is enough to kill, as it's 100% accurate in Hail. And we do see the Ludicolo come in, put the Rain Turns up for himself. I do get Ice Shard just to get the damage down from the Focus Blast, of course, taking quite a long way down. As we do see, he is in fact Life Orb, which is cool. As he does actually Skull Kill my Darmanitan, and the reason I let him do that was so that my Caracosta could come in and my Aqua Jet guaranteed kills. So we actually come back to win game number 1. So, in comes game number 2 then, as he actually adapts his lead to Absol. So I actually lead Whimsicott here, and this was clever because now my Moonblast actually one-shots it. So I baited him into thinking I was defensive, but I was actually especially offensive. I go for sub here just to scout what he wants to do, and I see he is scarfed into Gunk Shot. So I switch out into my Alolan Sandslash, as we do see the Hidden Power, which I later found out was Hidden Power Fighting. I went for... I don't actually know what I went for there. I am just going to go back a little bit. Sorry about this. I wasn't quite sure what I went for. Let me go back a couple of turns just to make sure. I went for Knockoff here, just to scout what his item was, and I later found out he was Z, which we do see the Z Trick come out here. And then he does discharge me, which was kind of annoying. But as you can see, I opt to go for the Shell Smash. This just allows me to try and hit him a little bit harder. Aqua Jet, unfortunately, doesn't do enough because Rotom Fan has a little bit of bulk, so Discharge actually kills my Caracosta. So Caracosta didn't have a very good series for me, but now I can just bring in a Bombasnow. He's in range to die to an Ice Shard, as he actually opts to stay in here, which was a strange decision. I think he probably would have wanted to keep the Rotom. He didn't know that I have Ice Shard because I used it in the previous match, but yeah. Now comes Persimmon again. Not too surprised to see that. So I go into a Alolan Sandslash here, seeing what he would go for, as he does actually close combat and predict me. Good play on his part, knocking out my Sandslash, which would have put in quite a bit of work against him otherwise. So, next out comes Darmanitan. Darmanitan is faster, so I can just kill him straight up with a Flare Blitz, because Persimmon's bulk is not really anywhere near existent. Now I am Scarfed, so I am Scarfed into it. As he goes into Meloetta, which, again, not very physically bulky, just does not take a Flare Blitz at all. And so, Meloetta goes down as well. Now, I have one more Flare Blitz potentially left in me, as he does opt to bring in Rabombi here. Interesting bring. I Flare Blitz him again to put him down to a Sash, as I knew he was Sash, which means he dies to Hail. As he does opt for Sticky Web. A little bit late for that, unfortunately, and the Hail stops, which means I can Flare Blitz kill him, and I will live the Recoil. Because I only did 1 damage. And that means that he is purely left with Ludicolo. At this point I just Flare Blitz and the Ludicolo goes down and Darmanitan goes down as well. But we take a nice 2-0 victory in round 1. We go on to face... Let me just check. We are facing the Toronto Maple Nuzleaves, who's got a rather interesting team. I'll break it down for you in the next video. But you can see a little preview here of what he actually has. Venomoth, Lycanroc Dust, Silvally, Hitmonlee, Ditto, Mega Blastoise. Definitely interesting. Definitely worth a look. I have somewhat prepared a team. I haven't finalised whether I'm happy with that team or not yet. But yeah, look forward to that match when it comes. I'm looking forward to it as well. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Rabombi Teacher. I'm your coach of the Royal Bomber for Bombies. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.